after my drawing exercise, now I already have a much better idea of how my composition would be and how the shapes relate to each other. Now I'm going to start my watercolor painting. Based on my drawing study, I'm going to lay out the composition. That's just top of the hair. And this would be the chin. There's the left side. The hair here. There's the line for the clothing. I'm going to take some burnt sienna and just give it, fill in this little shape. You know, when you started with the watercolor painting, you're feeling, what if I'm going to get it wrong? It's okay. We have plenty of way to correct it. And this is the shape here. Squint your eyes so you can see the shape a little bit better. That's it. This is the arm going that way. I'm not quite sure. I maybe want to move the whole thing a little bit higher. So I'm going to move that up here. Looking for shapes, so that some light shapes you want to leave it. This probably should move up a little more. So how easy that you can just move the shape and change it. I'm going to start making some into the face area. I'm going to making a little bit definitions first. That's the top of the hair. That's the right side. And there's the left side of the hair. And this is the area divide. The eyes are almost in the middle from the hairline coming down here, the eye area. That is like a circle. And then also include the areas under the eye with the lower eyelid. That the nose coming down. And there, the left side, the mouth going through here. And good. So the chin is just not that big, actually. On this side, the whole thing here is in the shadow side. The eye is about sitting in this area. Okay, I think we got it. So I'm going to start from the background. I'm using this 1-inch flat brush. I'm going to start taking this burnt umber. Burnt umber, it have a little blue color into here. So I'm going to mix that with the existing blue colors. That's about the colors. Give it a little more water. Even a little more. That's good. So I'm going to start. So you can see this color can all the way coming into the hair, because that the hair is in the same kind of tone, but actually darker than the background. So let's see, coming in here too, and that is just using the corner of the brush. Okay, we're coming down here. I'm gonna change the color tone. Wait a minute. I'm gonna first use this color for the hair first. It's just have fun. And keep the color coming down here and through the whole areas for the hair on the right side. Now, you can see here, this is actually a part of this is actually the hair. And part of here is actually the hair area. I let the background colors keep all the way coming into here, which is fine. I can make a little darker color here and that will be separate the hair area from the background. Next, I'm gonna go into the face. I'm add a little red with the burnt sienna, but it's not so warm. I'm gonna mix with this color. We'll have a little blue. That's fine. Now I'm gonna start here. Focus on the big shape. Okay, the eye, right here. The eye, eyebrows, and the shape under the lower eyelid. Now I'm gonna come down. There's the nose coming all the way. Be a little brave. It's okay. And on this side too. Coming down to the mouth area. Just use the side, the corner of the brush. Like that. Now coming to painting outside the chin to form that shape. Okay, coming on this side. Okay, that's good. I'm going to leave that shape a little bit later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to also put a little orange colors. Get a little yellow color with this. That's actually good. It's kind of interesting. It's different from the photo reference. Maybe this is the colors. Maybe not so dark. I add a little water. Okay, now on here, put a little bit of their dress color. Okay. Like this. But before I stop it, I also want to drop in some darker colors first. Over here, not there, because it's too wet. And I'm going to add the blue. This is Prussian Blue. With some burnt umber. Burnt umber already has yellow and some red colors, and of course some blue colors since into that color already. So I can use the burnt umber and could be the replacement of the yellow, because I already have red, some yellow, and some blue. And I'm going to add a little more red. Okay, this color is darker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in this dark area coming up, and this a dark color, a little dark color here too, a little dark color here under the over the neck area, and this for the hair. Maybe throw a little bit here now. Just for that. A little bit here. Okay. This will be part of the background and the lower part. I'm going to clean my brush and let go of the excess wet, and just going to move that into the background area. That's almost like a dry brush now. I'm going to stop here and let it dry, and before I come back to continue. Now the painting has been dried. Now I'm ready to go into the next step. What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to soften those edges. Since this is a very young little girl, I'm making sure that the edges are soft and tender. I'm going to starting over here on the forehead. And by the way, the paper I'm using is Arches watercolor paper, and it's not every watercolor paper can allow you to do that much lifting, washing, beating. So test the paper, find out the limit. Now soften this edge. And then here also have the colors are softer and kind of similar value going through here. I'm going to put the color in a moment. There's a little lighter colors going through here. Just use the water, softly go through it, and that's simple. I'm going to soften here so that I'm going to apply it a light red color coming through here, and they would merge together a little bit better. Keep looking at the reference so that you know you're not doing too much or not enough. Come up here to the hair. Now I straight coming down here on the shirt. Give a little suggestions. Now I am also wash this. Go through in here. Yeah. Softly. Screen your eyes and the whole process. Okay, that's the hair coming through here. And I'm gonna open up a little bit over here. Have a couple here. A little bit over here too. Just have a little softness. You don't need to do all the individual hair. You probably just want a little softer edge and then give the feeling of there's something going on over there. Okay. Okay, that is better. That's better already. Now I'm going to start adding some soft tone over here, over here, over here too, and even in this area. Very much like just a simple mixture of red and burnt sienna. Yeah, just the color. This will be good enough. A little red. A little bit more red here. Okay, let's try it. Start over here. Here you go. That's good. And this has a little bit more gray, so get a little bit blue color and mix into coming down this area. That's good. And probably the same color in this area. And add this a little soft color over here, going through here. That already got much better. I'm gonna make this a little lighter. Just lift up a little colors. That is just good. And I see that this area needs to look softer too. And I'm going to prepare that and have a little big shape on top of the nose here. And that will define it much better. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get away from that. What I'm going to do, this is still all soft. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a little definition colors on the side over here. This is still dry. A little color over here to define the edge of the ear and the left side of the face. And let me see. Okay, add a little blue color because I see a little bit cooler. So I'm gonna add this a little color there to define that. Okay, a little bit here. Just looking for shapes. Okay. Screen your eye to find out where are the shapes. I'm going to do little measurements now. to find out the width of the face and the height of the face. Let's take a look. The left ear to the right ear, almost the chin to all the way to the hairline. From the eyebrows to the nose, and the nose to the chin. This two portion is the same amount. And I'm gonna add one more up here. That is the width from the left side to the right side of the ear. I'm gonna get a little smaller brush here. I'm gonna take this little soft colors. So let's see. If this is the eyebrows, that's the eyebrows. Okay, and that's the nose. And that's the chin. Okay, it's just about. Looks like the nose can be a little bit higher, a little bit. So I'm gonna soften this shape. Okay, can move it a little hair higher. That's good. And then I'm gonna add one more third. That will be here. 1, 2, 3. And the eye will be here. Like that. Just give a little suggestions. We can change it, even as watercolor. And that's the eye sitting in the shadow. Okay, I'll take care of that later. Now, from here to the chin, that is the same at the left side to the right side of the ear. So I'm going to see she is very much straight frontal. So I'm going to take the middle as the middle of the face. So the right side's here, and then the left side would be about here. Okay, now we mark the line, and the hair will come through here. Okay, and this side of the hair will be over here because the ear is from here, and it's also about a little bit because her head is tilting down a little bit. So if the nose here and the ear is a little bit higher than that, I'm gonna put the mark over here, and the left side of the ear would be here. So they're a little bit certain now. Okay, like this. Now it's the ear. Now the left side of the face is coming down here. So confirm the last time I mark it here is very much correct. So I'm gonna putting a little bit colors right in the middle of the ear. That's a little warm color. Putting a little bit over there. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna put a little burnt sienna adding in here. I'm gonna start form this shape. Where is the star? Star over here. put a little color on the side. That way actually would help to define that. Now from that, I'm going to gradually moving into giving definitions inside the face. And I'm going to just put a little red colors for define the lip. A little bit here. Okay, this will be the color. Let's start with that. Okay. Right there. Okay. This side of the nose, to test it whether or not it's too wide. That's fine. And the eye need a little bit darker later. A little soften. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm gonna going around the outside here. This is areas is all dry. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this color. It's just going around. Just use one side of the brush, going through here to confirm the edge of the ear, the location. I think can come in a little more. Okay. And the ear could come in a little more. Okay, that's good. Just give a little suggestions of the motion. Okay, now I come up here. Like that. That's good. Give it a little bit more on the hair here. Now I come to the left side of the ear. Let's see where's the edge to look at it again. Okay. You know, painting is not by the brush, it's by our mind. And as soon as you learn how to control your brush and your tool, and everything is about, do you see it? Do you realize it? Do you feel it? If you see it, you feel it, you know how to do it. Okay. That is coming along pretty nice. What I'm gonna do on this side of the hair, I need to deep down a little bit, deep down the value a little bit on the in the background. So I'm gonna take the burnt umber with some Prussian Blue, and we'll just use this color and just give a little bit wash in this area. Okay, and that was suggested. There is a shape in between here. Now looking at the shoulder, that about in this area. And I think this side is fine. I don't need more suggestions. I just need to soften a little bit. I'm going to move that colors in a little bit. At the same time, I'm going to put a little bit, looks like a little bit green colors. That will be the colors. That will be the colors for the shadow side of this. So after put this in, we can form the highlight over here. Okay. That's, I can form the highlight like this. I will redefine that, the fold of the shirt later. I'm going to take the round brush, just the burn sienna, or even with a little red. And I'm going to give a little suggestions for the hair. And let's give it a little break. I let it dry, and then I come back to work on the face. Okay, now I'm going to come back to start from the eye, giving little definitions, and coming down to the nose and to the mouth, and then I come back to both sides and circulate up to the hair. Oh, that's it. I'm going to use this number 10 round brush. This will be the color for the, okay, start with this color. Let's see, that would be here. Let's see, if this is the left side of the nose, right? And now the eye cannot be any further than that. There will be here even. Let's see. Define the nose a little bit. This would be the left side of the nose. So the eye can move a little bit more to the left and come to this side. Yeah, that's about right. So what I want to do, just similar to the function of the kneaded eraser, you just let it go. Just use the water to wash it, to let it go. So this is the left side of the eye, the location. Let's see. Inside the iris is about a little bit blue, so I'm not going to do that much inside that yet. So I'm going to do the other side of the eye. this is the right side of the nose, per se. It's about right. And that's this side of the eye. It would come in all the way here. Like this. Making sure the two eyes not too close to each other. Okay, this would be and inside here is the iris. Okay, let's see. It's about right. And the eyebrows is about here. Let's see, making sure there's two eyes in the same level. About that. Put a little mark for the lower eyelid. Just a good enough suggestions. Now what I want to do, this is look very similar. The hairs are different. This one is a Sable and this one is synthetic hair. It's a little stronger, a little bit more stiff, a little bit tougher and easier to take out colors. So now I know the definite edge for the left eye, and I can see I can lift off even a little more. That's good. I take out that color. Okay, now also I know that here is a little softer in this edge. I don't really need that to be so strong. Soften a little bit. And this can be a little softer. Let's see, the nose is about in the right place. That's good. A little more. Like this. Now that's good. Now we know the both sides of the eye. In this, the looks like the correct location. And now I can add a little darker colors to confirm it. That's a little darker. A little darker color here. And I also need to add a little blue colors inside the iris. And on this side of the eye too. And let this color connect a little bit. Connect to it here. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. We'll come back. Now move down to the mouth. Take this color, get a little more red, and with the little blue color here, red with that a little bit darker. That's good for now on this area. That's the upper lip of the mouth. That's the right location. I think this side can be a little bit higher. Okay. I'm gonna just use the lighter red. I'm going to change it back to the Sable brush. It's just easier to render the colors a little softer. And I'm going to add a little bit this color up here. Could be a little bit darker. We're gonna make it a little more clear a little bit later. Now I'm gonna soften this so that color would connecting to just the red color. That's too much. Give it, let go some of it. Oh, that's good. So I'm gonna just for the lower lip. Color going through here, the skin color, okay. But over here a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna just soften a little bit. That's good for now. We'll come back. I can see up here it has a little bit blue colors, a little bit. There's too much water in the brush. A little blue colors, so I'm gonna put that a little blue color more. It's very easy to adjust the colors by overlaid, glaze over. Very tiny color layer, and that's it. You can make a difference. And going to this side too. Let's see. I think the lip can be a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna soften this a little bit. Can maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna give it a little bit more over here. Maybe there's too much red. For now. And this color connect with that. Let's put a little more definitions on this side. And looks like it a little closer. Coming down here, yeah. But that's just a little bit too much on this side, so I'm gonna let go some of the color here. And we're gonna actually make this a little bit more rounded this way. Okay, I'm gonna use this synthetic color, synthetic brush. I'm gonna let go of that color here. That's good. I'm going to break the line here. I'm going to rebuild it. Get a little red colors. And actually this color would be all the way coming down here. Like this. So after rebuild it, move this up a little bit, it will look great. Soften it. Okay. So this is no worry. Now I'm gonna come to both sides of the ear to give a little bit more definitions on that. On this side first, I'm gonna give a little warmer colors, and this will be the good color for that. And this whole ear, a little bit warmer, like this. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of this color, a little cooler color. Then maybe get a little bit more yellow. Maybe too much yellow. Give it a little bit suggestion to the hair. So far so good. Now I'm gonna come to the left side of the ear. Also have little red colors. So I'm gonna just get this little red. Maybe this color. Let's see. Look at the whole shape of the ear. And this side of the face, we're going blending about from here, getting in here and going through here. So I'm going to do that after everything dries. Okay. And that could be a little big burn sienna. Blended with little neutral colors, and it will be for here. Just the clean brush, soften it like that. So that's the edge. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to reshape a little bit of the shirt area. First, I'm going to refine this edge a little bit. And I'm going to put some orange back. There you go. On this side, now it's the arm in this location. That's about right. Yeah. So on this side, I'm going to add a little bit dark colors to suggest that there is out in the background. It's outside the arm. Got a little red, a little blue to make it darker. Okay. And this will be the fold of the arm. Okay. This side, it will be the outside as well. I'm gonna give it a little bit blue because this side a little bit colder. A little blue on this side too. This. Best suggestions. Okay. Mm-hmm. Also this time I can also take out a little shape a little big shape. It's pretty easy, just like an eraser. You can take out a color whenever you want to. But the condition would be your paper can handle it. So find the paper, match what you need is important. That. Now I'm gonna let it dry and come back to do more refine of the edge. And then working inside the eye and then refine. There's some warmer colors in the nose area. That's right here. I can also put in a little fold like that. That could be good enough for the shirt. So I'll be back. Let's continue to define the edge over here and also do some cleanup. And I'm going to use this 1/2 inch flat brush. Under here has kind of a little bluish colors, a little more blue than the other side. So I'm gonna mix with this burnt umber with little blue colors. Maybe not that much. I'm gonna add a little red. That color's good. Add a little blue. And let's see. That's about here. And then add a little more red. That will be on the right side. Okay, this way we can refine the edge. Now I'm gonna get back a little bit more blue colors to refine on this side. And also I don't need the brush strokes that big, that bold. So I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Let's see. Where's that? Okay, about here. And I also come up here too. I think the edge over here come in a little bit more. So let's see. That's about right. Now this connect to, let's see, connect to here. Yep, that's the edge. That's nice shape. Let's see. Maybe this come in a little bit more. Okay, and that's pretty good. So I'll use this color also. Define the edge. This, and then get a little bit burnt sienna. Get a little darker colors. Yeah. Okay. Right here, getting a little bit more. Also define the outline of the ear. What's the bottom of the ear? The bottom is about here. Yep. If you want to find something, you just need to focus. Focus on the location, focus on that spot, and compare that with the nose and other already known location. This color can come down here to define the shoulder suggestion for the shoulder. And I'm going to move on to this side. Get a little deeper colors so that would a little bit define on this side. That is the ears here. The bottom of the ear needs a little bit higher, so right here. Like this. I think this can come up a little bit more. Keep comparing. I think it can come in even a little more. Sometimes a very little changes, a little difference would make a big difference in impression. Okay, a little dry brush. Yeah. And even, let's see, the bottom of the chin could come up a little more. Yeah, can come up a little more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this color again. I'm going to even refine that even a little bit. On this side, it's probably okay. It's just a little bit higher. Sometimes when you do a portrait of a child, and you find kind of, hey, it looks a little bit older, or a little bit younger. Just you want to double check with the space of the chin. That could make lots of difference. If the chin is a little bit longer, it could be look a little bit older. Okay. I'm going to leave it like that for now. And now I'm gonna come in here to fix a couple things. I'm gonna use this synthetic round brush, soften it with water. And first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna soften this. I'm gonna let go of that edge. That's pretty easy. See, couple movement is already gone. I'm going to refine that next. And also here, I'm going to make it a little clear. Let's see. The nose is here. Come up. Can be a little bit clear here. Let go of that. Blue is the wrong color here. So I'm gonna wash a little bit. I'm gonna add some red back to that. So the eye can move a little bit here to the right. So I'm gonna let go of that triangle. I'm going to rebuild that after you drive, which is just another few minutes. Now at this time, I'm going to come down to the mouth here. This can be softened a little bit here. At the same time, I'm going to add a little bit this red bone sienna mixture. I'm going to have it come in here. Yep. That come out a little bit. Okay, and I think on this side it's a little bit lighter here. Like that. That's a little softer. There's a synthetic brush compared to the Sable brush, a little more stiff, a little bit more spring, and easier to make the lifting up and modifications. I'm going to take the little bit red color. This is the red color on the nose here. And the side of the nose can open up a little bit. You just tap on it, it will open up. Okay, now I'm going to move away from here and coming down to the lip. I think the lip can be a little thicker, so I'm going to just get the red colors to see how I'm going to move it a little here lower. Like that. Okay, Under the lips, I'm gonna take this color, it's a little colder, but it's too much water, so I'm gonna let go some of it. Just tap a little. Now I'm gonna refine this shape. There's a shape here underneath the lower lip of the mouth. And at the corner of the mouth, have a little bit like a burnt umber colors right here. Right at this corner. And as well on this side. Soften a little bit and move the color around. And this, I'm gonna soften this color too. That the edge over here is too sharp, and I'm gonna put the color again over here to refine the edge, because that probably move a little bit here to the left. Now I am going to let go of this synthetic brush, and because using it is very easy to take the color away, keep taking color away. So I'm gonna use this color, very much the same size, is the same size, but it's different here. This is the Sable brush, it's easier. And here it should be a little bit darker colors than that. So I'm gonna come into do a little modifications. And I did not do this step earlier because we have some bigger shapes to try to manage. So this is considered the smaller shape, so I can do it right now. And here, a little soften on the edge here. Okay, maybe a little bit more red because it's right under the light side. Okay. That color coming down all the way. So you're looking for shapes now. The shapes of here is coming down all the way, meet the edge. Like this. And that's good. Now I'm going to soften this edge. Okay, give a little water, it would work. And under here, I'm gonna soften that a little corner. That's good. You just use the brush, move for a couple rounds, and it would work. And there is just a narrow light shape over here. It can move a couple times, can get that shape out. And let me come back to use this synthetic brush, and let's open that up. And it will work. So if you use a good paper, some good brushes, and you don't need to worry about that nothing that can be changed or fixed. So I'm going to soften a little bit here. but you also at the same time want to retain some of the quality. You don't want to have everything look smooth. You want to have some painterly, kind of passionate details. Over here, I'm going to have a little bit softer at the corner of the eye. Okay. And let's see. Now I come back to my Sable round brush. I'm going to keep a little red color up here. Going through. Sometimes we think this is, oh, that color look dirty. There's no such dirty colors. It's just the color in the wrong place. It's supposed to be warm, but you put it cool colors. But if the same cool color put it in different places, it's beautiful. Okay. Now coming down, give a little bit, I think this is the right timing now. Give a little bit definitions and the corner of the nose. It coming down now. Screen your eye. You don't want to overdo something that make it looks too strong. And I'm gonna take this color too. And this translucent watercolor. There, whatever you take, put on the colors, put on the place, and the color would be guaranteed darker than the color that you already had in that same spot before you put the new colors, because it's the color accumulate on top of each other. Okay. Soften a little bit here. I think the shape over here coming down a little bit quicker. So I'm going to soften a little bit here. And now you know, sometimes you need to use synthetic brush. It functions a little bit better. Sometimes you use a Sable brush, and at this area I have a little bit colder colors. I'm gonna just take a little blue color here, very little blue colors, add to this area. You get the sense of, oh, a little bit colder, like that. Now coming down here, I have a little bit brown colors. I'm going to move this shape a little bit higher. Like this. Now let's take a look. I'm gonna get a little bit more definition between these two because it's kind of confusing. So I'm going to add just a little red because consider it's the light side of the neck. Get a little bit of this, a little bit bone sienna. Okay, good. Like this. That's better. I'm gonna come to the chin. Now I'm gonna soften this edge. Make it a little bit, move it a little bit to the left. And also on this side, have a little bit blue color, so I'm gonna just take a little blue colors on top of that colors, because this is color looks like this color plus a little blue colors, and that's it. And here too, give it a little more, so you have the right color in the right place. Soften, tap on it, soften the edge. Now let's see. Do I need to do something on the shirt? I think I better. It looks a little too messy. So first I'm gonna just take a little red colors for the this location, just a little bit. That's fine. I want to change to a bigger. This is number 12 round brush. It's a Sable hair, and I'm going to take this color, have a little bigger shape, have a little red with this colors for a little bit small fold. I'm not sure I should do too much, so be watch out for. Try to make sure is balanced and consistent. And now move on to this side. Okay, get a little bit darker color for a little fold here. Like that, simple. That probably already too much, so I'm gonna soften this. So go with the feeling. If you feel this is too much, the chances it's too much. Make that group together. This is a little too persistent. So I'm going to soften this a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to return, coming back to start working on the eyes. I'm going to use the eye areas a little bit, and let me see. Do I need to add a little bit more blue in the middle? Yeah, probably I should. Okay, I'm going to just take a little blue colors. See, don't really need that much. That's good. On this side. And then we're gonna add a little darker colors around under the eyelid and so on. Let me see. I think this is, the iris should be moved a little bit to the left. Okay, now I'm gonna wait until it dry before we do more on into the eye. So I'm gonna take a look at the mouth area. I'll soften this. Now I'm going to do something around that could be a little darker, so I'm going to use the red with the burnt sienna. Just a little bit of water so I can move the color. Okay, this is a good color. I want it to be a little bit darker, so what I want is I just get a little blue colors and put in here, and the color will become darker already. And if it's too much blue color, maybe a little too cold, and then you add a little red color to balance it. Okay, this is a good color. Okay, let's see. Now on the left side. And then on the right side. And then I'm going to use a little lighter. So let go some of the colors. I'm going to just get okay, add a little bit red color into here. So a little softer. Now coming down here, connect to that. There's the lower lip, inside of the lower lip. And moving, connect into that. That's good. And now we need to suggest it over the upper lip. It's a little bit this kind of light color. It could be good enough. Okay, let's see. And this coming up. It's still a little bit too wet. I'm going to take out that. Okay, we'll come back to do a little more later. We're going to come back to the eye. Now take this color. Okay, refine that, the edge. Okay, come in here. Still a little too wet. So let's see. That's the corner of the eye, is about right. That on this side. And we can do a little more. And I'm sure that is the shape over here, you can see, should be a little clear. We'll define that when we come back. And inside here should have a little bit more blue colors. So I'm going to just take a little blue colors. A little color add to it. It actually make it look much darker than you thought. Okay, I'm going to get away from this. I'm going to go to the area of the ear. So do the side. Do some suggestion here. That's good. Right? This is totally dry. It's a good time. That's a good suggestion. Yeah, there's too much red. I'm gonna change to my Sable round brush. I'm gonna just tap it up. Sable brush can dealing with more paint easier than the synthetic material brush. Okay, down here. That could be a little bit darker, so I'm going to take this color again one more time. Just tap on it because this area is still wet. This is good. So now I come back to the left side. Take a look. This is the bottom. Yeah, that's about a good location. Like that. That's one shape. So this, what I'm keep saying that is, if you think about shape, and it's easier, more direct in the painting, instead of thinking about ear, and then you have to think about which location of the ear, and so on. So now I'm gonna moving into the shape outside of the ear. You can say the hair area, but it's not as accurate. It's just that shape. Make a little darker going around that. Probably good. Get a little. That is, I like it. And I'm going to, like that. Good enough. And maybe give a couple suggestions. Before I like it, I like that feeling, and that it's not so clear, but it looks like it should give a little bit more definitions. I think that's fine. Now it's a little better here. Now take a look at the hair. Do I need to do a little bit more to the hair? Yes and no, and maybe not, but I'm gonna just give a little bit because that's the front of the hair, pretty close to the front. Okay, just give a little more. That's it. That's a little more like this. So you have to make a choice of how much you want to do, or how much is too much. Now I'm gonna come down to the hair over here, and I want to have a little bit more kind of orange. So give a little fresh color, just get the yellow colors and make a little red into that. See. Okay. Soften this with this wet color. Okay, already feel better. Okay. Now on this side, it could use some this kind of burnt sienna colors. So let's see how we overlay a little colors and make the color temperature a little bit different, and maybe move a little bit into the shirt suggested. And give it a little bit here, like this. Here we go. The suggestion of the hair. Sometimes suggestion may be a little bit too much. In that case, you can come back to use a big brush to take it out. I'm gonna give a little bit more definitions to this area between the shirt and the neck. And I'm going to give a little darker again. That's good color. And here, starting, we're going to start over here. one brush stroke. And a little bit over here. That's good enough. That's good. So, decided to give it a little bit here. A little bit. Don't want to be the whole thing dry. Give a little bit here. Good. Maybe bit suggestions down here. Sometimes good enough is good enough. So let's give it a little definition of the hair here, because I'm probably going to create a couple light shape down here a little bit later. Okay, now I think we should come back to the eye. Let's see. Okay, let's make the color. I don't need too much water, so I don't want to get into that because this is the swan. I'm going to get the red colors. The red colors mix into that is make a dark colors. And get a little burnt sienna into the mix. They're probably close to the color that I want. Okay, let's start shape. Let's starting from this side. Look and paint. That's the pupil and the middle of the eye, and then come to this side. Now the color already lighter in the brush. I'm gonna just let that go a little bit. Now a little bit lighter. Now I'm gonna come in here to see at the bottom. And also the bottom of the dark shape have a little round. And this corner like this. And then come to this side. Now come to the edge over here, and going around, there's a line going around here. Good. Like that. And inside here, this shape, this triangle, is not so light. The contrast a little bit too much. So I'm going to take this color, a little bit blue-gray colors, and I'm going to come in here to tap on it to soften it. Okay. Like that. That shape's better. Now come to this side. This triangle also doesn't really need that light or much standing out. So I can put a little blue color into that. Just a little hair touch. It will soften. Now take a look at the eyes. I don't want the eye looks like too graphics, less natural. So I also want to make this in this triangle a little bit darker, also a little bit colder. Like that. Now I'm gonna start forming the shape here. Look at it. Let's just find a shape, a little bit colder color here. So it's not about here. This is about the colors. So I'm gonna starting on this side. A little blue colors. I'm gonna take this blue colors. Take a look. Maybe too much water in my brush. Let go of some water. Let's see. I'm gonna come here, coming down. You see a little blue color in this area. Okay. And at the same time, get a little bit this color for the eyebrows. On this side. Like that. Okay. And on this side, since I'm working on the eyebrows, I also working into the other side of the eyebrows to see how it look. It's good. And let's see. Now I'm looking down here. This area have a little darker, smaller shape. So I'm gonna take what the color look like. This is look like the color closer to that, maybe a little warmer. So get a little red. Now let's see. This will be the color, and continue from there and getting into this area. And again, you have to start from bigger and then come into smaller. It's make you more relaxing in the process. And this, okay. And another warmer colors a little bit to this area. Good. Now take a look. I really need to let go of that color. Maybe this area is still a little bit darker. So what I'm gonna do, this synthetic brush, shape it, and let's get the light shade back. Open up a little bit like a triangle. Better now. I'm also going to let go of this little sharp edge. As you do this, you're actually making it maybe too light, but you can add the color back on, taking care of the shape first, and add the color back on. Also at the same time here, I want to remove a little color here too, and prepare. I'm going to work into the forehead next. Okay, that's good. Now let's take a look. I'm going to come back to with my Sable round brush. I'm going to really need to work on this shape. I think the color up here, it'll have a little more red in this area. and it come down, and the whole thing here. Let's see. Have a little bit. This sits close up a little more. And that shape should close up a little more, which is the value should be similar. So also here the shape should moving out a little bit, but it's a little lighter as it moving out. And I'm gonna add that color here, soften the transition. Also here should be a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna soften that. Take this flat. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna come back to the mouth area. Now it's already dry. I'm gonna take this, a little red burnt sienna mixture. Start over here, like that. Okay. Okay, a little bit, add a little bit darker on the side here. The corner of the mouth contribute a lot for their personality. And again, I'm gonna have this. I think this overdue. I need a little bit softer, so it's turning a little bit smoother this way. I'm gonna remove just a little bit lighter here. So take your time, enjoy the process, to have fun with your painting. Now let's see. That softened it a little bit. What I want to do now, I'm going to use a little bigger brush. Sometimes you use the round brush too much, and it's just so much that you are focusing too much of the smaller shape. And I'm going to use this 1-inch flat brush now. Now I'm going to come up to the forehead. I'm going to see there's the red colors. I'm going to just take these red colors, get a little bit more. So focus on the bigger connection now. So starting over here. That's the forehead. The color coming up, coming down from here. And focus on the big connection. Okay. That is doing consider a glaze process. Okay. Now the reform. On the right side have a little bit bluish, so I'm gonna just put this a little bluish over. Okay, that color coming down to this triangle and stop. just the corner of the brush. And you know, on the right side it has a little reflected lights, so I'm not going to do too much overlay into that area. But on the cheek I want it to be a little bit warmer, so I'm going to just take this red color, and put it here. Okay, going through all the place in the neck. Now I clean my brush. I try to soften this edge. That's good. Now let's see, what else do I need to do? I'm gonna use also this same brush, make it consistent, and add a little yellow color and do a few strokes on the shirt. Okay. That. Yep, let's spice it up a little more. Now I'm gonna looking into the hair here. Let's see. I'm gonna add a little deeper colors in this corner, a little bit, kind of a little messy. So I'm gonna take the burnt sienna for the yellow sense, the red and the blue colors. A little more blue. Okay, it's good. Now I'm gonna a little darker colors, and also coming here and a little darker color here too. And actually this is a little band, a little darker color there, and maybe a little bit here, a little tap, and a little darker color down here. And let's see. Okay, we form that, the edge here, good. And coming to this side. Simple, keep it simple. I'm thinking about here, I should somehow overlay some color there. I'm not sure what that would be. I want it to be a little bit darker. I don't know what color it would be. And let's see the burnt umber. Add this color. A little bit more yellow. And get a little blue. Let's see. Maybe this color, a little bit more blue. Let's see. Maybe that would be the colors, a little cool colors. So balance out to the warm color on the face and the shirt. Let's see. Coming all the way into the hair. Like that. Yeah. Coming on all the way into the hair area. Like that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna soften here. And also have working into the little soft light shape on the hair on this side. Soften it. Move that up a little more. This is good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a couple light shape to suggest it. The hair coming up here. So this brush is good. First one, I'm going to do it here. That's good, and I'm going to do a couple more here. I'm going to have the materials that I use in this painting in the video description. So take a look if you like to use the same tool that I'm using, and you can click on the link. You can buy it from Blick online. Okay. Still need to move that up. I'm going to just use a paper towel. I'm going to just make it totally dry. If the paper totally dry, no color would get into that again, because the color only get into the place that has water. Now I'm going to give a couple suggestions of what small darker shape next to the light shape to make it stand out a little bit. I'm not sure I want that much standing out, but let's try a little bit. And I don't want that much wet because that area probably is still wet. So first, oh, still wet. Like that. A little bit. And I think the paintings is it's almost done. I'm gonna give it a little fuzzy on this side, a little bit on this side. A little bit clear. Sometimes you may do too much. In that case, you might want to overlay a little color to make it a little softer, you know, like here. And for here, you don't want to just put the color there. You also need to extend that colors all the way to the background. Like this. Maybe add a couple dark colors in the here on the shadow side. There's need a little yellow. So I don't want to make it too light. So I'm gonna get the burnt umber for the replacement, because burnt umber already has some red and blue and yellow. So okay. Coming down. A little soft, this is good. A little bit there. Oh, that's good. So now's the good time to have this colors a little bit. That's good. Divide the white space. Soften this. Okay. I'm gonna let go of this greenish colors. That's just good. Just let it go. That's good. And down here, need a little bit purple colors. I'm gonna use this big brush. And with the blue, that's the purple. Have the sense of little purple colors. A little blue. Okay. That's a good color. I think it's good enough. There's a watercolor portrait of this girl. It's already completed. I hope you learned something in this process. If you want to try the same tools and color that I use in this watercolor painting, I will have the information and the link in the video description. Go take a look at them. I hope you have fun painting.